Hello from New York City. My name is Ken Kubota, and I am one of the cellists in the band Empire Wild. This concert is particularly special to me because I'm from Ohio. I was born in Columbus, Ohio, and I grew up the first half of my life in a small town called Worthington, so it is nice to be back home with you all, even in this virtual sense. I would like to tell you a little bit about the program you're about to hear. We put together a compilation of performances from the past year, ranging from our live performances in a concert hall, fully produced music videos, and even us playing in our own living room. It has been a challenge playing together as a band in person the past several months, but we have found creative ways to still make music together using programs such as Logic Pro X and Final Cut Pro X in order for us to edit the audio and the video together to present videos of our performances. The first piece on our program, Debussy, is a great example of this, where from its conception to its final product happened entirely virtually. So funnily enough, we've actually never played this piece before in person in a rehearsal sense or in concert. It's been a cool experience trying to navigate the waters during these times as a performing musician, but we hope that you enjoy this concert we have put together for you today, and you'll hear from the other two members a little later in the program.
Hi everyone, this is Mitch Lyon from Empire Wild, and we're so excited to be joining you today through the power of technology. I'm sitting here in my apartment in New York City. It's a beautiful day, but we wish we could be with you in person in Ohio, hopefully one of these days soon. I wanted to take a few minutes to tell you about the original songs on the program today. There are 3. One is called Shackleton's Song, and we were inspired by the explorers of the early 20th century and before when we were writing the song. We were also thinking about the people who have followed in their footsteps and all the challenges that come with choosing that path. Another song is called 30 to Life, and in it Brandon is singing about a love that's gone a little bit wrong. The song is also an homage to the American songbook style, and the 3 of us all really love so many artists who flourished in that style. We wanted to try our hand at it too. And the 3rd song, actually the one you'll hear next, is called September Again. And in it we're thinking about the passage of time. It feels fairly apt for this year. I don't know what time it is. I can't seem to remember even what the month is anymore. All the days are sort of blurring together at this point. And you'll hear that in this song, how time just sort of seems to keep turning over. So we hope you enjoy, and thanks so much for spending some time with us today.
He's got a calendar that tells him the time, a borrowed pencil and a plan to ride home again, a cup of coffee in a brown paper bag. Keeps moving forward, but he's watching the days going on and on into the past. Paper season's gone too fast. September here again. A crown of leaves a year, farther away, a line that marks each passing day. A drawn in squares to play, to pause for a while, delay, my friend, delay. He's got a watch that's right about twice a day, follows the sun around to see when it's 12 o'clock. $2 slices and a glance at the news. Keeps moving forward, but he's watching the days going on and on into the past. Paper season's gone too fast. September here again. A crown of leaves a year, farther away, a line that marks each passing day. A drawn in squares to play, to pause for a while, delay, my friend, delay. drawn in squares to play, to pause for a while, delay, my friend, delay. Hey everybody, it's Brandon here, and I'm coming at you actually just a few blocks away from Mitch. We're pretty much neighbors here in New York City, and again, we're just super excited to be presenting some of our music for you here today. So next up on the program, we are going to be sprinkling all of the movements from Bach's First Cello Suite throughout the rest of this program. And of course, being classically trained musicians, we've grown up with this music, we love playing it, but we wanted to put a bit of our own spin on some of the movements. So we hope you enjoy hearing that. And later on, you'll also be hearing more from us, talking about all things that make Empire Wild, and what we do both in the group and outside as well. So we'll talk to you then.
The three of us met while completing our master's degrees at Juilliard, and we've been playing together as a trio for the last 2 years. Last year, we released our debut EP, Paper Seasons, which features all original music.
Empire Wild consists of Mitch and myself playing cello in every conceivable way, whether if it's bowed, plucked, chopped, or even sideways like a guitar. While Brandon plays on anything he can get his hands on, often a cajon, and sometimes a piano or a guitar, with a dash of singing and ankle bells for good measure.
Our trio grew out of fast friendships where we discovered our love of delicious foods, biking and exercising, and having a similar taste for an eclectic mix of musical styles. We had been creating videos for Ken's social media channels when we realized that there was a special, seamless ease of creating music together.
During grad school, I was finding that the motivation of why I was practicing and playing the cello was coming from a place of fear. Fear of disappointing my teacher, maintaining reputation amongst friends and colleagues, and not doing well in auditions and performances. I found that in that space of constantly trying to prove myself and not share my music was causing me to burn out. Through starting a pop cover YouTube channel, I was able to create an environment where I got back in touch with why I play music and what makes me happy. It was a self-therapeutic moment to rekindle the joys of creating music with friends, like Brandon and Mitch, without the pressure.
I've always felt like a musical omnivore and worked to find outlets for those interests. Here in New York City, I'm often playing classical chamber music, performing as a member of a sonata duo, putting on my teacher's hat as a teaching artist in the New York Philharmonic, or doing all the things that come along with being a freelancing musician, whether that's playing for an opera or composing for some interactive theater. In Empire Wild, I have an outlet for all the other parts of my musical self, and the trio keeps pushing my own musical horizons.
I feel like Ken and Mitch often forget that my degrees are actually in classical percussion, since I'm usually playing different instruments in our songs. But even as a freelance musician, I love having the fluidity of being able to perform and work with a variety of organizations, including the Metropolitan Opera, the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, and serving as a dance accompanist for Alvin Ailey and AMDA. Since January of this year, I was also the percussionist for the North American Broadway tour of Les Miserables up until the pandemic happened. Dark and cold to the pole, there's a story there to be told. Compass rose, do you know how it feels to never be old? I wonder what's left to uncover. Ice and snow, where to go? Is it such a crime now to roam? Years ago, now I know what it takes to set off alone. I wonder what's left of my future. I'll pack myself a photo of you, face to the sun, showing me how to be still in the world. But I fear what they say, it's true in the end. I am falling away. I just came by to say I'm leaving in the morning. I'm off to sail where the ocean meets the sky. It's not goodbye. I know I'll see you again when I find home. I just came by to say I love you for the last time. It's not farewell, but then again, you never know. I've gotta go. I know I'll see you again when I'm home. Ship's bells, parallels. Would you be a martyr as well? Husky teens, narrow beams. What's the cost of these frozen dreams? I wonder who's left of those heroes. I'll pack myself a photo of you, face to the sun, showing me how to be still in this world. But I fear what they say, it's true in the end. I'm falling away. I'm gonna sing this so it echoes as you leave me. You mean to sail where the ocean meets the sky. It's not goodbye. I know I'll see you again when you find home. You've come by to say I love you for the last time. I wish I knew the words to help you on your way, or that you'd stay. I know I'll see you again when you're home.
much as we enjoy our lives as performers, we find great fulfillment in sharing with the younger generation the joys of being an artist.
For the past few years as a teaching artist with the Philharmonic, I have worked to get students excited about classical music, performed for thousands of students around the New York City area, and written and designed interactive concerts and workshops.
Similarly, I completed a 2-year fellowship as a teaching artist with Ensemble Connect, a program of Carnegie Hall and Juilliard. I was partnered with New York City public schools, where I got to work with students from kindergarten through high school, and even created a middle school rock band on Staten Island. We also gave interactive performances throughout every borough of the city at community venues like homeless shelters and incarceration centers.
I spent much of the week wearing the cello teacher hat, teaching at Peabody Preparatory, Westport Suzuki Schools, and the Lucy Moses School, as well as privately.
And convince them that the cello is the best instrument ever.
As an ensemble, we feel it's important to continue this community-oriented kind of work and bring creative musical opportunities and outlets to students of all ages. We've also had a lot of fun sharing our unique versatility through classes and workshops, visiting the Peabody Institute and the University of Iowa, among others.
You may have noticed some of our extended techniques in our playing, so we taught the students how to chop and strum on the string instruments to create different rhythms to play with.
Using some of these newly taught skills, we applied it into learning music by ear, discussing arrangement skills, and ultimately performing it all together.
There's a real sense of possibility when we sit down at rehearsal and start by picking a genre. Is this a classical day, or are we writing something new of our own, or do we want to rearrange an old favorite?
It really opens up the possibilities for taking the audience along on a journey. And it gives us the opportunity to both meet people where they feel musically comfortable and also introduce something new, with the common thread being a sense of joy in music making.
We can show up somewhere, rent 2 cellos, give Brandon a box, and know that we're going to be able to put on a great show. And more than that both we and the audience are going to have a great time too.
Together, we poured our love of music, classical, pop, folk, fiddle, J-pop, rock, jazz, Broadway, EDM, American Songbook, and so much more into our work.
Combining these influences with our classical backgrounds and our search for musical excellence is what makes us unique.
And that's Empire Wild.
A two, a skilly diddly doo. We were two for a moment, but it's clear that we're through. For now, when I think of you, when I think of you, I wonder, what's the name for what you've done to my heart? It's a crime. Was it our sin? Was it trespassing or a touch of mischief? Maybe that's why I fell so hard for you. I'm in love. What's the time for a heist that's gone wrong? Is it life? As years pass till I'm free from your charms and they're just memory, will I find that I'm still in awe of you? Oh, it's true. Goes on, but hearts stay true. I mean truly, I'm the mark in this card. It's a crime. I mean truly, I'm the mark in this card, it's a crime. What's the name for what you've done to my heart? It's a crime. Was it arson? Was it trespassing or a touch of mischief? Maybe that's why I fell so